Good morning everyone, this is BremSter and today I'm going to try and record another one of the tricks into the wilderness from March of the Quads. This one is called In Point of Fact and this was another Skunkworks creation. So there'll be links below to the entire March of the Quads pack, though probably you've already seen most of the puzzles from it, as well as to this puzzle itself. Now, yeah, do not know who created this one, but I do know that this was one of the ones I did find some of my old testing records, and this was one that I did solve this one before. Back when we were testing the pack, and I believe it was a solo solve, but it took me a long time. So we'll see how we go. Anything else? No, let's just get straight into it. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Oh, rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Digits on a quadruple circle must be placed at least once in the 4 cells touching that circle. So there must be a 1 in those 4 cells. There must be a 7 in those 4 cells. It is quite possible that there are 2 7s in those 4 cells. I don't know, but it is possible. And then digits placed on an arrow must sum to the digit placed in that arrow circle. So the sum of those 2 cells goes there, the sum of those 2 cells goes there, the sum of those 2 cells goes there. They're the rules. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. So this has got to be the most forced thing in the grid, right? Because these are 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, this arrow has to be forced in some way, because this can't be a 1, because I can't make 2 different cells sum to a 1. Now, there's got to be something going on here. So this also has to be, this can't be a 4, because the maximum sum of those 2 cells is 4. So there's no 4 here. So this is also 1, 2, 3. Now, if this is a 2, these are both 1. It would be 2, 1, 1, and this would be 3, 4. If this is a 3, this would be 1 and 2, because if this is 3... Hang on. If this is 3, these have to be different because it's an odd number. So this would be 1 and 2. But it couldn't be 3, 1, 2, because if this was 3, 1, 2, then I couldn't put 2 here. So it'd have to be 3, 2, 1. Oh, but then I couldn't put 1 here. This can't be a 3. If this is 3, these become 1 and 2. But those 2 cells see both of those 2 cells. So if this is 3, 1, 2, where do I put this digit on this quadruple? I can't. 3, 1, 2, there's no, that cell, that digit does not appear anywhere on that quadruple. So this can't be a 3. And if this is 4, this would be 1, 3. No, this can't be 4, 1, 3. So, because if it's 4, 1, 3, where does that cell appear on this quadruple? And if it's 4, 3, 1, then 1 doesn't appear on this quadruple. So if this can't be 4? No, it could be 4, 2, 2. But there's no 3 on this, because if this is 4, 1, 3, then there's no 3 here because it's 4, 1. And if there's a 3, 4, 1, 3 means I can't put 3 in here. So this is forced to be this, and there must be a 3 down here. Which is backwards for putting anything on that. But these are the same digit. So this is either 2, 1, 1, which allows this to be 3, 4, or 4, 2, 2, which allows this to be 3, 1. Seven, 8, 9 must be in those. Now, I can't put 9 on an arrow, so 9 is in one of those 3. If this is a 7 or an 8, this becomes a 1 or a 2, and that would be a 1, 2 pair. This would be 3, 4. So this would be 2, 1, 1. This would be 2, 7, 9. Don't see a problem there. If this was an 8, 9, 1, 2, 2, 4, don't think that works. If this is 8, 1, 9, the 1 here means these are 2. This is a 4, and I can't put 1 there. This can never be an 8. Because 8, 1, 2, 2, and 1 has to be here, and I've put 1 in both of those. So that could never have been an 8. But 7, 2 works, because 7, 2, 9, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I haven't got a conflict. This is also 1, 2, 3, 4. So the logic will repeat. This can't be 1 or 3. This can't be 3 or 4. And this is a 1, 2. And those are the same digit. And there's no... Oh, there must be a 3 in here. But hang on. If this is 1, this is 2. And if this is 2, this is 4. There must be a 2 in here. These are other... There must be 2 in those. There's no 2 here. And there's no 2 here. Because if this is 1, 2... If this is 2, 2... This is... there's a 2 here, and if this is 1, 1, there's a 2 here. There's no 2 in either of those. So, this could be a 2. That can't be a 2. Is it this now? Well, 5 is up here by quadruples. And 4 and 6 have to appear down here. Now, I can't put 4 here, because 4 here would knock 4 off this quadruple completely. So 4 is in one of those 3. So if this is a 4, this is a 4, and that is a 4, that would make all of those 2. What's the problem there? Four, 2, 2, 4, 4, 2, 2. This would be a 5, so there'd be a 6 on this arrow. This... Actually, I think that might be broken. Because what would this be? If this is a 4, 4 goes here. This becomes 4, 5. The 4 here makes this a 4, which makes this 2, 2. So this becomes 1, 2, 3. This becomes 4, 5. Minimum here is 6. So how do I put 6 on this arrow now? 6, 6 would need this to be 12. 6, 6 would mean this has to be 0. So if this is a 4, 4 can't go in those. 4 goes here, which puts 4 here. All of these become 2. So this becomes 1, 2, 3. This is 4, 5. Minimum here 6, and this arrow is broken. That's a 2. These are both 1. That's very insane. But that doesn't force this. Well, the 4 takes 4 out of here. So there is a 4 on this arrow. Four here doesn't work because a 4 here would need these to be 1 and 3, and I don't have a 1 of a... Oh no, I can't do 2, 2 either because of that 2. I can remove those, that colour. 4 here doesn't work because this would either have to be 1, 3 or 2, 2. 1, 3 doesn't work and 2, 2 doesn't work because the minimum here is 3. So if this is 4, this is minimum 3, this would have to be a 1 and it can't. That can't be the 4, that's the 4, which means this is not the 4. 4 is in one of those two. These pencil marks are for the quadruple. Actually, I'm going to remove that 4 pencil mark. These are for boxes. I can live with that. This is a 4. This... can still put 6 up here though. So this could be 5, 6. So if this was a 2, I could go 4, 6. I can't go 3 or 4. I could go 5, 9. Oh, I can't put 5 here because 5 is in here. So I can't do 5, 9. So I can't do 1. I could do 2. I can't go 3, 4. I can't do 5. And I can't do 6. This is a 2. This is 2, 4, 6. That's insane. So that 2 makes these both 1. And this is a 2. This is a 3. This is a 4. That's cool. And I can get rid of that colouring. These two 1s see all of those cells. That's a 1. 1 is in one of those two, but I'm not putting 1 on the head of an arrow. That's a 1, which puts 1 in one of those two. 1, 1, 1, 1. That's a 1. And 1 is in one of those two. Okay. Where am I looking now? This arrow seems a little bit restricted, but not a lot. Six is in there. This cell can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 7, 8, or 9, but that doesn't seem particularly restricted. So I can't put 1 on this arrow. If I put 2 on the arrow, I put it there. So this could be 2. It can't be 3, 4. It could be 5, 6, 7. Can't be 8. This is 2, 5, 6, or 7. This can't be 1, 2. It could be 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. Ig. I'm digging in the wrong place. 4 is up here somewhere. Minimum these could be is 3 with 1 and 2. Well, yeah, I could put 3 in one of them. Thing is, 5 and 6 are not forced onto the arrow. This is a minimum of 7 because the minimum this could be is 3 and 4. Minimum this could be is 2 and 3. So this is a minimum of, this is also a 7, 8, 9 because the minimum this could be is 2, 3, but I can't make this 5 and I can't make it 6. This is also 7, 8, 9. So I do have some 7, 8, 9s around the grid. This is a 7, 8, or 9. Because if this wasn't a 7, 8, or 9, these would be 7, 8, or 9. And if this is a 7, 8, or 9, this has to by default be a 7, 8, or 9. This is a 7, 8, or 9. It can't be a 7, can it? Yeah, this could be a 7, these could be 8, 9, and these could both be lower. Yes, it could be a 7. Oh, threes. I was about to say threes are lining up, putting 3 in here, but this is 1, 3, 4, and this is 1, 3, 4. There is roping going on. There's no 1 there. What I mean by roping, those 3 digits are the same as those 3 digits, and are therefore, where do they go in this box? These 3 digits, the blue is a set of 3 digits. They can't go in those cells, and they can't go in those cells. So these are blue. Now I want to ask the question about those digits. Where do these digits... Oh, that's going to be huge. Where do these digits go in box 5? I can't put any of the 3 yellow digits here, and I can't put any of the 3 yellow digits here because these are 1, 3, and 4. So the yellow digits are going to go there, and then in box 6, they're going to go there. So these digits are also going to be the same. Now, 2 and 5, therefore, must be in there. So this isn't a 2, 5. This is a 6 or a 7. But this is a maximum of 9. So this... What? Oh, this can't be a 1 or a 2. This is a 3. So this is a 6, and this is a 9, and this is the 7, 8. That is cool. That roping with the 2, 5 here is huge. And I know what yellow is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 5, 9. So this is actually a 5, 9 pair. This is 2, 5, 9, and... green is 6, 7, 8. So I can put 6, 7, 8 straight into green. There's no 9 there. This is 6, 7, 8. And I can get rid of the colouring straight away. That roping was great. Can't put 9 on an arrow. So this is the 9. This can't be a 4. If this was a 4, one of these would have to be a 5. And I'd go 4, 5, 9. And I can't put 9 in either of those. There's no 4 there. So it's 1, 2. I can't put a 1 here. If this was a 1, one of these would be a 2, and one of those would have to be 3. And I can't put a 3 in either of those. That is a 3. So 3 is going to add with 2 to go to 5, and 3 is going to add with 5 to go to 8. This is a 5, 8 pair. This 3, can't put 3 in any of those. That's a 3. There's no 3. Well, the 3 makes this the 4 and this the 1. Which puts 3 down here somewhere. That roping, beautiful. This is why I wish we'd kept better notes as to who made these puzzles. That is amazing. I've done most of the... Oh no, I haven't used the 7, the 8, the 6, and the 5. This is beastly. 3 is in one of those 2. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 6, and 7. That didn't help me much. There's no 2 or 9 there. That's the 5, and I can take the 5 out of those. The 9 is looking down saying there's no 9 here. So 6 can't go on this arrow anymore, because if I put 6 on this arrow, it would need to go with the 3. Minimum. And there's no 9 available for here. So 6, 3 doesn't work. 6 is off the arrow. And the 6 is looking down, making that the 6. Haha. Which means this is a 6. Which means this is not a 6. Oh, I already had that. Okay. So 6 is down here. So how would I make... I could... 7 would be 3, 4. And it would be 3 and 4 because of the 3 looking down. 8. I couldn't use 1, 7. I couldn't use 1, 7. I couldn't use 2, 6. I'd have to use 3, 5. And this would have to be the 3 and this would have to be the 5. This is always a 3. Which means this is not a 3. This is now a minimum of 4. It's a minimum of 5. This sees 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is 5, 7. It can't be 8 because it'll be 8, 1, 9, and I can't use a 1. This is only 5 or 7. Can't be 1, can't be 2, can't be 3, can't be 4, can be 5, can't be 6, could be 7, can't be 8 because 8, 1, 9 doesn't work. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 just by arrow math, but it can't be 1 or 4. So this is 2 or 3. So 5. Oh, it can't be 3. This is a 2. So 5 plus 2 would be 7. 7 plus 2 would be 9. This is only 7 or 9. Three is now in one of those two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't know. 6, 7. Well, 7 is in one of those two, because if this is a 5, this is a 7. If this is a 7, this is a 9. 7 is in one of those two. 8 is in one of those three. 9 is potentially anywhere. Okay. Okay. I need something else. Well, 3 here is looking up, saying that's not the 3, that's the 3. That 3 is making that the 4 and that the 3. The 4 is making that the 5, which makes that the 8. Which says 8 is not in any of those, so 8 is in one of these two. Don't know what that's doing. This is a triple. 4, 7, and 9. There's no 9 there, so 9 is in one of those two, which means that's the 2 and that's the 9. The 8 is looking up, making that the 7 and that the 8. So this is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 and 7, which makes that the 4, which takes 4 out of those. Takes 4 out of those. So this is the 4, and this is a 7, 9 pair. So I know what these are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, and 8. Don't know what that's doing. I don't know what that's doing. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. That's not it. Five is in one of those two, because this 5 is saying it's not there. So 5 is in one of those two. So 5 is in one of those. No, this is a 5, because 5 in this box is in one of those two, and in this box is in one of those two. So 5 can't be in any of those or any of those, and 5's not in either of those. That's a 5. Okay. So this is a quadruple now. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. There's no 3 there. That's a 7, 8, or 9. I don't know about any of those. Now there must be an 8 around here, and there must be a 7 around here. Does that do anything? If that's a 7, 7 is in there. If that's a 7, that's a 7. That's a 7. That's a 7. Seems okay. That can't be an 8. Because if that's an 8, that's an 8. And then there's no 8 around that quadruple. Because that cell sees both of those and that cell sees both of those. That can't be an 8. That one can be, because then I can put it in either of those. That one can be, I can put it in either of those. If that's an 8, that's an 8. That puts 8 in one of those two. And I still have 7 for those. Okay. I think I know where the trick came from. 2 is in one of these. Oh, this 1 is looking down saying, that's not the 1, that's the 1. Right, that was all the 1s done now. So this is a triple, because this is a 7-9 pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. There's no 3 here. There's no 4 here. There's no 4 here. This is a 4. That's a 3-6 pair. That's now the 6. That's the 3. There's no 3 here. That's the 3. That's all the 3s in the grid. That's not a 6 anymore. 6 is in one of those two. That's a 6. That's a 6. That's a 6. 6 would be in one of those. No, 6 would be there. That seems okay. If that's a 6, 6 is in one of those two. That's all fine. So what's going to break this open? 8 is in one of those two. So if this is an 8, that's an 8. An 8 is in one of those two. If that's an 8, I'd get no restriction. So if that's an 8, that's an 8. That's an 8. That's an 8. Eight is in one of those two. One of those 3, one of those 2, and we're good. If that's an 8, that's an 8. One of those two is an 8. And I'm still good. this arrow, because everything else is setting up. I've used this quadruple, I've got 8 in here, 7 is in one of those. If this is a 5, this is a 9. This is a 5. 5 is in one of those. If this is a 7, this is a 9. 5, 5. Oh, that's crazy. This isn't a 4. That. No, I don't think that can be a 7 because of this 5 quadruple. If this is 7, this becomes 5, this becomes 9. This becomes 9, this becomes 5. So what I end up with if this is a 7 is 5, 9, 5, 9. Now they're resolved, but I've got 5 and 9 in those squares. So where do I put 5 and 9 in this column? If this is 7, 5, 9, 8, 6, that's broken. That's the easier way of looking at it. If this is 7, these are 5, 9. This is 8, 7, 8, 6, and I've put 7 and 6 in this column already, and that cell has no fill. That's a 5, that's a 7, that's a 9, that's a 7. There's no 7 here. 7 is in here, making that the 8, which takes 8 out of there. This is a 6, 7 pair. There's no 7 here. This is an 8, 9 pair, and I can remove the corner marks from those. The 7 looks like making that the 8, take 8 out of those. The 7 and the 8 take 7, 8 out of there. This is 5 or 9. This is 4, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are 4, 8, 9, must contain a 4. Two and 7 must be in here. So there's a 7 in here as well. Oh, the 8 looks up, making that the 5 and that the 2. So this is the 8 and the 5. The 8 looks down, making that the 9, which makes that the 8 and that the 9. This is now 2, 7, 8. And now I can remove the corner marks. The 2 and the 8 look down, making that the 7. This is a 2, 8 pair. The 8 is looking down, making that the 2 and that the 8. So now I know what these 2 digits are. Well, more than that, I know what all of these, well, I know what that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, no, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is a 9. So this is not a 9. This is a 6 or a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is a 6 or a 7, giving me a 6, 7 pair. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are 2 and 4. Which is lining up. 4s line up to put 4 there. 2s line up to put 2 there. Okay. So still need something to unlock this. But all of the clues are done. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got a 1 on the quadruple, got a 3 on the quadruple, 7, 8, 9 on the quadruple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 on the quadruple, 5 on the quadruple, 8 is on this, 7 is on this, and the arrows are all complete. So I'm down to Sudoku. Oh, no, I'm broken. Was that just a typo? Please tell me that was just a typo. This is 8, this is 9. This was 2, 7, 8. I'm going to go back and do that again. The 8 and the 2 look down, making that the 7, taking 7 out of there. The 8 looks down, making that the 2, which makes that the 8. And now I'm going to do this again. This is 6, 7. This column, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is a 9. These are 2 and 4. Now I don't have the typo. The 9 makes that the 5 and that the 9, which makes that the 5, which looks across, making that the 8 and that the 5. The 8 looks back saying that's not the 8. There's no 9 here. The 8 is looking up, making that the 4, which makes that the 9. The 4 looks across, making that the 2 and that the 4. The 2 looks across, making that the 7 and that the 2, which looks back, making that the 6 and that the 7 and that the 6, which makes that the 7 and that the 6. The 7 looks down, making that the 6 and that the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 go in. The 7 makes that the 8 and that the 7. That was amazing. Now, I had solved this before, but I don't remember any of it. It's a couple of years ago. That was incredibly fun. Even the opening concept of these quadruples and these arrows, with those having to be the same digit. And I loved the way that digit was forced to be high. That was stunning because of the roping. I think the roping in this central band is probably my favorite part of the puzzle. That was really cool. Awesome puzzle. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you're enjoying the series. And as always, good luck with your solving.